What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Drew Hallgrimson and I'm a lifestyle content creator over on Instagram and TikTok. In today's video, I'm going to be answering some questions that were asked on my Instagram last week when I was doing a Q&A. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So the first question here is, what was the first thing you created online? I've been posting stuff online for quite some time now. My first YouTube channel was a channel where I posted skateboarding videos, and that's basically like where I started filming and editing, was skateboarding. I was super passionate about it. I would love to like just film myself and my friends, and I would make little skateboarding edits. I'll leave my skateboarding channel down in the description below if you want to check it out, but I would say that's basically like where I started filming and editing videos. And then also back in the day, there was a video game called RuneScape, and I would put together some like gaming videos as well. So yeah, I would say skateboarding and then also some gaming videos are some of the first things that I posted online. So the next question is any quote that you state. So just off the top of my head, I would say if it's meant to be, it's up to me, just because you are in control of your life. And if it's meant to be, then it's up to me, right? Like you have to put in the work, you have to want it, you have to be passionate about it. So yeah, that's just a quote that was in my head, so I thought I would share that one with you guys. So the next question I have here is, how do you plan your content? Do you have the shots in mind, or do you just shoot your entire day? So what I'll say is that for the most part, most of my content I don't plan out. For some content, for example, if I'm working with a brand, I like to just plan out the type of stuff I need to film and how I'm going to edit the video. But other than that, there's not a lot of planning that goes into my videos. I kind of just film in the moment and film what I'm doing. And then also, if you've been watching my Instagram videos, some of the ones I do that are like really fast paced, those ones I basically just reuse clips. So there's not a lot of planning that goes into those. So yeah. Okay, so next question here is, what are you most proud of since starting your content creation journey? So I would say I'm pretty proud of myself that I, stuck with it, because in the past I would try to film stuff, edit stuff, I would upload it to the internet, and I would have this expectation that, if I'd post 3 times in a row that my videos would just blow up. And I think just pushing past that and being able to stay consistent despite, the views I was getting and the low engagement in the beginning, I would say like that's something that I'm proud of myself for, just like sticking with something and sticking with it to the end, because as you can see now, it's definitely paid off. So yeah, I would say just sticking with something to the end is something that I'm proud of. Okay, so the next question here is, what are all the ways you earn money? So for those of you that don't know, I'm a full-time content creator, and a few ways that I make my money is through number one, brand deals and sponsorships. So how that works is a brand wants to promote a certain product, and they reach out to me and they say, hey Drew, we want to promote this product. You would be the perfect fit for this upcoming campaign that we have. What are your rates? So I would give them what I charge for certain deliverables, and that would be a way to make money. And that's how I make most of my money as a content creator. The second way I make money is through affiliate links. So let's say that I really enjoy a product and I share it with my audience. And if they use my link, my code, I get a certain percentage on every sale. So that's another way I make money. And then number 3, I make money through digital products such as LUTs, ebooks. I have an ebook down in the description below if you want to check it out, as well as a LUT. Those are the 3 ways that I make my money as a full-time content creator. I just want to say that if you're enjoying this video so far and you're getting some value from the questions, if you could hit that subscribe button and like the video, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so the next question I have here is, what's a good budget camera for taking pictures and content? So I would say, if you're just starting out and you're on a budget, honestly, you can just use your phone. When I started out creating content, I was filming on an iPhone 11 and I grew pretty big with my phone. So you don't need anything fancy, especially with like the iPhone 14 nowadays. It like shoots like pretty high quality content. But if you want a camera, there's one that I would recommend, and that's the Sony ZV-E10. It shoots 4K footage, and you can change the lenses on it as well. Okay, so next question I have here is, how old are you? I'm 25 years old. Do you ever read fiction books? I don't read a lot of fiction books. I mostly read nonfiction, but I would say that my favorite fiction book is The Alchemist. It's such a great book. So the next question I have here is, how do you keep yourself motivated every day? And I would say that I'm not always motivated. And on those days where I'm not motivated, I really have to lean into my discipline. So for example, like if I don't want to go to the gym, I just go to the gym anyways, because I know that after that workout, I'm going to feel so much better. The same thing goes for filming a video. I might not feel like filming the video, but I know that if I do film the video, that I'm going to be consistent and I'm growing my community bigger. I think it's really important to lean into discipline on those days where you don't feel motivated, because there's going to be those days where you just do not feel motivated to do anything, and that's completely normal. So the next question I have here is, how do you stay disciplined and focused? And what I would say is that if you're having trouble staying disciplined, what I would do is break whatever you're trying to do into small, achievable steps. So that way, like just by doing something super small, you're able to stay disciplined and stay on track. And it's just really easy for you to accomplish. And you know that if it's small, that you're going to be able to complete it. And that's just going to push you to do the next thing that you need to get done. And when it comes to staying focused, I would say there's a few things that I do. Number one is I really like to listen to white noise or binaural beats. That seems to really help me. There's also a technique called the Pomodoro technique, where you break in your work chunks into 25-minute intervals, and then you take a 5-minute break, and that seems to really help me as well. So the next question I have here is, recently I started creating content. Do you have tips for a rookie? So if I was starting from scratch again, the number one thing that I would do is just try to be consistent as possible. The algorithm favors you posting every single day. And not only that, through the consistency, you're really gonna be able to get better at editing, filming. Basically everything just comes down to being consistent. Number two is I would experiment with different things. So when you're starting out, you haven't really, built an audience around a certain niche or anything. And the second thing that I would do if I was starting from scratch is I would experiment with different types of content. So I would try posting daily vlog style videos, talking to the camera like I'm doing right now, doing voiceovers. Just try everything until you find something that you really enjoy making and something that is sustainable for you long term. And the third thing that I would do if I was starting my audience from scratch is I would focus on building my community right away. It doesn't matter if you get 100 views or 1 million views. If people comment on your videos and they've taken the time to leave something, make sure that you're answering those comments, because it really means a lot to those people, you just getting back to them and them feeling heard. So focus on your community. That would be the third thing. So the last question I have here before I end today's video is, how do you stick to journaling? So when it comes to journaling, one of the problems that people have is they don't know what to write about, and that's usually what prevents them from being consistent with it. So what I would recommend, I would start by using the 5-minute journal by Intelligent Change. And that's just because it provides you with journal prompts, and it just removes the friction of like not knowing what to write about. And then once you are consistent with the 5-minute journal, then you can start writing in your notebook and writing down whatever you want. How I journal is I just like to write down like what's going on in my day. And I also like to write down 3 things I'm grateful for every single day. And that's how I'm able to stay consistent with it, is just try to make it as simple as possible. And that is it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. And I also just want to say that if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, my Instagram's down in the description below. My DMs are always open. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me over on Instagram. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you in the next one.